couch with us right now, we have Ken Murray, and he is here to talk to us a little bit about precision cabinets. So thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So talk to us a little bit about how precision cabinets got started.
I got started. I've had a degree in industrial technology from ASU and went straight out of school to work for Hickory Chair Company in Hickory as an engineer. And after about 9 years, decided I wanted to come back to Boone, back home, and had the opportunity to buy an existing cabinet business that had been in business for about 15 years, and that was 1994, and that's when it got started.
Oh, very good.
And it's just gone from there.
Well, that's wonderful.
Through the ups and downs.
That's great. So what kind of cabinets do you guys do?
Basically, we do any kind of cabinet that if you're looking for something for a bathroom, entertainment center, bookcases, kitchen. We do commercial work also. A lot of the restaurants around have some of our work in it, and a lot of the doctor's offices have some of our work in it. And then we do, just like I said, anything residential. We try not to get into millwork type stuff with house doors and that kind of stuff, but we do anything that's cabinet related. Perfect.
So now this has got to be kind of a precise job. I mean, it's got to be done just particular. How hard is this?
It's not as easy as they make it look on HGTV. We get a lot of people that come in and go, "Oh, I saw this on HGTV and I can do this," you know, and it's like, well, you could, and we can do it better, but it will not be as fast as what it looks like on there.
Oh, how funny.
But that's the, you know, it's not as easy as they make it look, I'll put it that way. And I have some really talented people that work for me that can do almost anything.
Well, that's wonderful. And stuff, especially, I don't know, I can't add, you know, I can't measure or anything, so I probably wouldn't be good for this position. So, but I mean, do people have like the cherry cabinets and the oak cabinets and things? What is more popular?
In this area, more rustic stuff is more popular now, and paint. Paint
Really?
has come back to being very popular. Right now we're working on 3 different jobs that are all paint.
Wow.
And everything. A little bit of country style to them, but they are painted. And rustic alder is very popular. It gives you a warm cabiny feel, which a lot of people like. Cherry's fairly popular in this area. We do very little oak cabinets anymore. That's
Really?
people seem to think the oak is associated with cheaper cabinets or old, you know, out-of-date 70s version of stuff. And
Right.
so most of it's painted or rustic alder, that type of stuff today.
Well, I need to call you because my kitchen cabinets are in oak.
Yes, so are my
I am
cabinets.
out of
just thinking
style.
It'll probably come back.
Okay.
But we'd be glad to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. So now what areas do you guys service?
Basically, we service what we'll call a 30 to 40 mile radius of Boone. We service Avery County, Ashe County, Watauga. That's the 3 main things. Occasionally we venture into the Mountain City area, occasionally into Wilkes. We've gone as far as Newbern, North Carolina.
Wow.
For, you know, people we know that wanted us to do it. As far as almost to Roanoke, Virginia to do stuff, and as far as Columbia, South Carolina. But typically it's within what we can get to in 30 or 40 minutes from Boone.
Right, definitely.
Very neat. Now, we were talking a little bit about the oak cabinets and all of that. Over the years, have you seen things change? Things definitely probably come into style and then very quickly go back out.
Yeah, the traditional style, which you see a lot of in Charlotte, you know, in colonial style, traditional style houses, traditional raised panels. You just don't see much of that in the mountains and new stuff that's being done. Most everything is in some form of a flat panel door, shaker style door or mission style door, with a bead around it or some kind of molding attached to it, and not your typical raised panel oak door that you saw in the 70s, 60s. Then you get back beyond that, it was usually a plywood door. You know, what we tell people, there's so many decisions to make now in cabinets. From appliances, you got to know what appliances you're going to use to start with, because appliances are not like they used to be,
Right.
all the same size. And we need, of course, need to know the appliances, what sinks you're going to use, what kind of countertops you're going to use, and then it just grows from there. And there's so many options in the cabinet industry: door styles, wood species, colors, hinge choices, hardware choices, drawer choices, interior options. It's a process today. I tell people, you know, that had cabinets, they come to us to a remodel, and the cabinets were made in the house, you know, in 1960. And typically, I tell them, your contractor probably told you, do you want oak or birch, and do you want them light or dark? And they say, you're exactly right. That's what he said. And then I came back and I had cabinets, and that's not the way it works today.
Oh, that is so
Yes.
funny. It's so funny too how things change so quickly too.
They do change quickly. Sometimes by the time we get samples, they're out of style.
Oh my goodness.
You know, and then they'll tell us this color is going to be really hot, or in appliances, the aqua is going to really come back. You know, it comes back for 2 months and then it's gone.
Right.
But the rustic alder and the paint, those two seem to be hanging around for a pretty good while. It's been probably 5 to 10 years, and those are still in style. There's some other stuff that has come in and gone out, but those two things are still hanging around.
Very nice. So now, did you always see yourself building cabinets, or is this something that you've always just been interested in?
I've always done stuff with my hands.
Okay.
As a kid and growing up, and I have family members that are in construction, and my dad was with Lowe's companies for years, so I grew up around building supplies and that kind of thing. And of course, went to ASU, did a lot of industrial arts at Watauga High School, and then at Appalachian Industrial Technology, and it's just, you know, that's what I enjoy doing. And today I don't get to do much of that. It's all paperwork and looking at the jobs and that kind of thing. And I have a really talented crew of guys that actually do the work. Occasionally I get to go out and help them, but not as often as I'd like to. And then Emily Leonard is my designer. She's a interior designer, has a degree, and she's full-time as my kitchen designer, works in the office all the time. So between the two of us, all we do is paperwork and laying out jobs on the computer and going to look at jobs and that kind of thing.
That would be fun, just getting to design stuff like that. I would love that.
so
That's
too.
great.
And that's a big decision, especially in a kitchen. Your cabinets take up so much wall space, and it's a big thing. You got to make sure you're going to be happy with what you're getting.
Space planning is a big thing, because it's, you know, some small kitchens, you know, you got to get the appliances in there, and then you got to figure out how to get the best use of the rest of the space for the appliance or for the cabinets. And then we have some kitchens that are, we'll just call monstrous,
Yeah.
you know, and have 10 different appliances in the kitchen, and then, you know, enough cabinets to store stuff for 10 people for a month. So
Right.
we do all sizes of stuff.
Very cool. Now talk with us a little bit about what it's like when you actually go in and are trying to plan everything out space-wise. What are the steps that you kind of take to design someone's kitchen?
Basically, if it's a remodel, we normally would go to the house, look at what they've got, talk to the client, take measurements, come back, and lay out a layout that we think will work for what they're wanting, and have them come into the office, into the showroom, and pick out what door style and color and finish and everything that they'd like, and then we give a price based on that. If it's a new house, then typically we have a set of plans that the contractor or the homeowner brings to us, and if the architect's drawn something, it may be what they want and it may not be what they want. It may have just been something that was drawn to fill space. So we talk to the client, see what they're interested in, whether they like drawers or doors with pullouts behind them, whether they're doing trash compactor or a trash pullout, or they're going to put a trash can somewhere. If they want full extension drawers or what, and then we'll figure all that out and then run a price number and then get the client to come back in, and then we go from there. You know, if it's over their budget, then we work toward getting it to their budget. If it's under their budget and they can do more, then we'll do more. But that's kind of how the process starts.
So on a typical cabinet job, how long does it take from start to finish?
That varies.
Okay.
We're involved in a project right now that we're building everything, and we first talked to the clients last February,
Wow.
a year ago.
Wow.
Typically, if it's on a short term, if it's a factory type cabinet, because we have our own shop and build custom cabinets, and we also sell like 10 different lines of factory cabinets that are made in other factories, anywhere from here in North Carolina all the way to Minnesota. But it takes, most factory cabinet lines take anywhere from 5 to 7 weeks from the time you send the order in until we would get the cabinets. On the custom stuff, it just depends on how things are flowing in our shop and the schedule that we're on. You might come talk to us, and it might be 6 weeks, and it might be 4 months before we can actually work on it, depending on, you know, which style of stuff and which product you want to do. So it can be as short as 6 or 7 weeks, which we've had some clients where it's a remodel, they're living in the house, they come in, they pick out the stuff, we order the cabinets or make the cabinets, which takes 6, 8 weeks or whatever. Then we go tear out their existing cabinets, you know, within 2 or 3 days to a week, put in the new cabinets. Countertop guys, if it's granite or quartz, they come, template, put in the granite. So typically in that case, you're down maybe 3 weeks at the longest. But then there's others which are, you know, part-time residences, and we're working in there during the winter when they're gone, and the house might be tore up for 3 months.
Right.
You know.
So there's a lot to think about when you are remodeling and getting new cabinets and all that kind of stuff.
There's a lot to consider.
Absolutely. Well, I've been trying for a year now to convince my husband that I need more space in my kitchen and to let me expand. And I'm still working on that. So when I get him to okay it, I'll call you for some more
appreciate
cabinets.
that.
Yeah.
Now talk with us a little bit about just that. How do people get in touch with you and kind of let you know what they want?
All right. Our phone number, of course, is 828-262-5080. We have a website that's precisioncabinetinc.com. The name of the company is Precision Cabinets Incorporated, but there's no S in the website. We're located at 1324 Old 421 South, which is between Mack Brown Chevrolet and Food Line on the old highway. And if they go on the website, there's an email address on there. They can send us an email, contact us, or they can give us a phone call or drop by and see us.
Perfect.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much for coming in to talk with us today.
You're welcome. Appreciate the invitation.
Absolutely. And we will be back right after these messages with more of the Mountain Television Network.